Right, so here we are. We're in our lecture for Design 330. It's April 22nd. It's Thursday, and we're in a Google Meet. And what we're going to do today is we're going to review of your sheet set for your electrical, and then we'll review the submittal requirements. We'll see what that all looks like and how you'll put it together. So let's go first to review all of your sheets. Okay, we're in our electrical stuff, so you should have, I'm just going to go through them, a sheet that looks kind of like this. It's your plan view of your HVAC. Plan view of HVAC. And on that one, you should also have your HVAC panel circuit schedule. So this is a circuit schedule, and I've named it ESC, Environmental Service Company, Corp, Consultants, HVAC panel. And so it's for that panel right there. Okay, so everything is sort of identified, and I show where each one goes and what circuits they're on, and then I have it in a schedule. So that's your first sheet of your electrical, E01.1. Remember, E01 signifies plan views. So E01.2 are your power distribution. And so here you'll see that I've got my receptacles, and they're identified by what circuit they're on. And you'll notice in my example here, I have not finished the job. Yours should finish the job. Each of these receptacles should have a circuit number next to it. Okay, so you'll have this, and you'll have a lot of numbers in there. And you know, I've told you that if all the ones in a room are on one circuit, you can just put one number in there. And if all the receptacles in this room are on one circuit, you can just put that number in there. So you can do that. I've also got my junction boxes listed. And in my example here, they're going to a different panel. But in one of my videos, I showed that they were both on the same panel. And notice here, I put them all on separate circuits. And in another one, I put 3 of them on one circuit. It's up to you. I just want you to know how to do it. Okay, so that's your sheet 2. And look, this is another circuit schedule. And so I had to do a filter on it. Okay, I had to do a filter so that it did not contain the ones for cooling, the ones for HVAC. All right, that's how I got these separated. They're both the same type, and I gave it a name, so I had to apply a filter to it. Okay, so here we go. We'll come back to here. So that's your second sheet. Then we've got your calcs, and this is just a drafting view that has your calculations from 2 weeks ago. Electrical load receptacles, electrical load equipment, and electrical loads HVAC. So those 3, you're just going to take an image and make a drafting view of it. So let's see where I've done that. Let's see. Here they are. Here's all my drafting views. There's my air handler. There's that, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. So I've got all these blank ones. Okay. And then one of your ones is going to be this electrical system chart where you sort of have this laid out. And you can, I don't want it down that far, but you don't have to show every single receptacle on it. If you had something sort of like, there we go. You have something kind of like this. That's probably pretty good right there. Okay, so those are all just images that you've taken from other work, images from other work, and placed them. I'm getting down there now. Electrical calcs. So you've got one sheet of electrical calcs from our first week of the MEP, what you did in spreadsheet Excel, and a snip of your electrical system browser. Then you've got electrical details, and you should have a number of different sheets here. And I have these ones labeled wrong. It should be an E, and this should be an E. So let me get those correct so they show up in the right place. And as you recall, E02 are electrical calcs. So you might have multiple pages of electrical calcs, E02, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Everything with E02 has to do with electrical calculations. Everything with E03 are electrical details. And so you're going to make electrical details, and those will be drafting views. They don't just get cut and pasted onto here. They're drafting views, each one, and you put your image in. And you're going to see why in 2 weeks when we make our final thing with our view list. You have to have a list of all your views and be able to use it. So E01, E03.1, there's an electrical, there's an electrical. Maybe you get a few more, but you should have 2 on each, and it should be a B size. And by now, this is our 3rd week of MEP. You should have 6 electrical details made. And only electrical details go in here. That's your E. If you have more mechanical details, you can put them on your M. Okay? M. So maybe you've got 2 sheets of details. I don't know why that one still says. Got to get that one changed there. There we go. Now I got it in the right place. Okay? So your electrical details all go together. Your mechanical details all go together. Once you've got your electrical details done, you're going to lastly do your electrical visuals. And again, you've got power panels, circuits, and then I just made a little video on maybe how to do your circuit wiring visuals so that you can see. Don't need to be 3D, just a nice little visual that shows a number of your circuits. And I did a video on that. Basically, if you go to your plan view where you've got it and click on it, it kind of shows it. Take a snip, make an image, make a drafting view. So those are your sheets that you're due for this week. And that should take you maybe 3 hours, 3 hours at the most. Okay. I'm thinking shouldn't take you that long. So that leaves you many hours left for this week of what you need to be able to do. So, and each of your electrical details are pretty short. I expect that you can get your 2 electrical details, 2 mechanical, and 2 plumbing details done probably in 3 hours. So you're up to about 6 hours. So you have a little bit of time left. So that's good. So it's not a really long week. But let's take a look and see how you put these together. So we're going to go into your submittal. So this you're pretty well getting good at. Which sheets you do are your deliverables, and when you worked on it, how many hours you spent. I do need that link to your Google Drive with your Revit file and all of your snips that you turned into images for your drafting views. So all of your work should be accessible through here if I want to look at it, and some visualizations. Okay, your discussion board posting, remember, is about how did you choose where to put the your receptacles. And it really needs to be an explanation. If you can explain something, you can do it. If you can't explain it, it's maybe you can do it, maybe you can't. Don't know. So we want to know that you can really do it, and we want to hear how you went about doing it, because it might be a more cool way than what I did it. So your discussion board posting is important. It is worth points here by putting it down. Visual of your electrical distribution. That can be any number of things, but it's probably going to be that image that I showed you of what it's the one of here's the generator, here's the high tension power lines, here's the substation. That's what I'm looking for here. This is about electrical distribution in general, not this particular building. How do we get power from the main generator where it's being made to your outlet? That's what I'm looking for here. And then we want plan views, schedules, counts, and details. Remember, I would like to see the entire sheet. The goal is that you have your sheet here. Okay, so I want to see a number of sheets, and each sheet should be on one page of your submittal. So here you'll make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe you'll make 8 sheets in here that comprise E01s, E02s, E03s, and E04s. Okay, here you can just put your details in. Now remember, these details show up here of what you drew this week, but you need to put the real details on your sheets for this. I need to see them on the sheets, not just cut and paste of what you did. Part of this exercise is to know how to take a detail from AutoCAD or from Revit or from anywhere and include it on the sheet. Also remember that you can't use the images. Those are not intellectual property that you get to use. So you have to trace them. Then you can use it. And so trace it and get rid of your image once, not get rid of it, but don't show your image once the tracing gets done. So there we go. That is your lecture for this week. Next week, we're going to do plumbing, which is the last part of M, mechanical, E, electrical, P, plumbing. And our plumbing is not too difficult. It's maybe a little easier than the HVAC, but it'll be about the same amount of work all the way through. So just plan on that. Then we're really done with the main portion of this exercise. So next week, plumbing finishes out your MEP drawings. The final week is just putting your cover page together and putting this all together into one drawing set. So there we go. That's our lecture for today. And I'll look forward to seeing your great work.